Apple's iPhone lineup has seen its fair share of changes over the years, but the iPhone 17 Pro might just be one of the most controversial redesigns yet. Leaks and renders have been flooding the internet, showcasing a radical shift in aesthetics. But how much of this is real? And more importantly, does it even make sense? Welcome to Technology Review, where we break down the latest tech news with an objective lens. Today, we're taking a deep dive into the iPhone 17 Pro, its rumored design, and what it means for the future of Apple's flagship device. A new design direction. Bold or bizarre? For years, Apple has followed a steady and predictable design evolution for its iPhones. However, the latest leaks suggest that the iPhone 17 Pro could take a sharp turn. If the rumors are accurate, we could see a horizontal camera bar on the back, a design choice that has sparked mixed reactions. The horizontal camera bar, good or bad idea? Most renders of the iPhone 17 Pro suggest a large, bold camera bar stretching across the back of the phone. This design shift would be a stark contrast to the triangular camera arrangement we've seen since the iPhone 11 Pro. But why make such a drastic change? The triangular layout wasn't just an aesthetic decision. It was dictated by hardware constraints. Apple's Face ID system required specific internal placements, leaving limited space for camera sensors, with dynamic islands still taking up a chunk of the front. Changing the rear camera placement seems like a bold move. But is it feasible? Despite the excitement around these renders, sources suggest that while the camera bar rumor is true, the layout of the lenses themselves may remain largely unchanged. Essentially, the iPhone 17 Pro could retain its familiar camera placement, but with a larger, more prominent horizontal bar surrounding it. The question is, what purpose does this serve? Material matters. Titanium, aluminum, or something else? One of the biggest surprises with the iPhone 15 Pro was Apple's switch to titanium, making the device significantly lighter. With the iPhone 17 Pro, there are conflicting reports about whether Apple will stick with titanium or revert to aluminum. If Apple were to move away from titanium, it would be a strange decision given how much they emphasized the benefits of the material last year. Reports from insiders who have handled early prototypes claim that the new model feels different, some even stating that they can't tell if it's titanium or aluminum. Could Apple be experimenting with a new material blend to cut costs or improve durability? Two-tone confusion. A design misinterpretation? Earlier leaks hinted at a two-tone design for the iPhone 17 Pro, leading many to believe that Apple was planning something similar to Google's Pixel lineup. However, based on newer insights, it appears that this was a misinterpretation. Instead of a traditional two-tone aesthetic, the contrast in color might come from the oversized camera bar itself. If the camera housing is darker than the rest of the phone, it could give the illusion of a two-tone finish without actually being a separate design choice. This would align with Apple's typical design philosophy, subtle changes that give a sense of evolution rather than drastic visual overhauls. But is it enough to excite longtime users? The bigger picture. Is Apple losing its edge? For years, Apple has been known as an industry leader, setting trends rather than following them. But recently there's been a noticeable shift. The rushed introduction of Apple Intelligence at WWDC 2024 felt like a reactionary move rather than a well-thought-out innovation. Similarly, this camera redesign seems more like an attempt to appear fresh rather than a functional improvement. Apple is now under increasing pressure from competitors like Samsung and Google, who have been aggressively innovating in AI, foldable tech, and camera technology. While Apple still holds a strong market position, the question remains, is it still the company that sets the gold standard, or is it becoming more influenced by external forces? Final thoughts. Is the iPhone 17 Pro worth the hype? The iPhone 17 Pro, based on leaks and reports, appears to be a mix of real innovation and forced change. While the new camera bar design might look fresh, it doesn't necessarily seem like a functional upgrade. If Apple truly wants to shake things up, it needs to offer more than just aesthetic changes. Ultimately, whether this new design is a success will depend on how Apple justifies these choices. If the camera bar serves a practical purpose, perhaps integrating new sensors or advanced photography capabilities, it could be a game changer. But if it's just a cosmetic tweak to make the iPhone feel new, Apple may face backlash from longtime fans who expect more. What do you think about the rumored iPhone 17 Pro design? Is Apple making the right move? Or is it just change for the sake of change? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.